He has scored 4 points. He is shooting 1 of 16 from the field, 0 for 7 from three-point range. How are you doing him favors? We know that he's not ready yet.
November 15th, 2025, Milwaukee. The Lakers finally throw Bronny James into a real game that actually matters, and 10 minutes later, the box score looks wild for all the wrong reasons. 0 points, 0 makes, and a whole lot of, yo, this ain't it, written all over it. Some fans are already saying he should be in the G League because right now, the NBA pace looks way too fast for him. And while Bronny is struggling to find his footing, Keon Anthony is out here dropping 40 at Peach Jam like it's nothing. He's stepping into Syracuse carrying his dad's legacy, but you can't deny he's bringing real production with him. He's actually earning the hype every step of the way. So let's stop pretending and ask the question people avoid because they don't want to deal with the backlash. Is Bronny James actually more overrated than Keon Anthony? And the bigger question, did LeBron accidentally set him up for this disaster by pushing him into the spotlight too fast? Even Stephen A. Smith is saying it out loud, and after November 15th, it's real tough to tell him he's wrong. With LeBron, Marcus Smart, and Rui Hachimura all out, J.J. Redick gave Bronny his shot, starting him against the Milwaukee Bucks in a game that really counted.
See, in Syracuse, yeah, I just want to thank both of the coaching staffs for recruiting me and going on a visit to Syracuse and USC, which are
Both of them.
Yeah, which are opposite sides of the country. One being in California, one being up here in New York. So, just want to thank both of them for coming to all my practices, coming to all my games, and yeah. But at the end of the day, only one could stay. And with that being said, we come in Syracuse University.
Woo! Juice! You know what I'm saying? Whoa, wow, listen. Mom and dad, man, listen. Hold on, niggas got hats in there. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
yo,
chill,
okay.
I can fit this.
Let's go. Jack, orange. Come on, let me go. Juice. Yeah. All right, now we can get to working.
It was his second career start and the first one with actual pressure, and man, it went sideways fast. Bronny clocked just 10 minutes, fewer than 3 bench dudes. He went 0 for 2, both shots from deep, and never found a rhythm. He ended with 1 board, 1 assist, 1 steal, and a -6 rating. In a game the Lakers still won 119-95. And then J.J. Redick basically confirmed what everybody saw. Milwaukee's defense just backed off Bronny every time, barely paying attention to him on the perimeter. More chaos coming next piece. Don't forget to subscribe for the next chapter of this saga. His impact didn't just fall flat. It actually messed up the Lakers' spacing and threw off their whole offensive rhythm. And the wild part, this wasn't some random one-off mistake. Heading into that game, Bronny was averaging 2.3 points and 1.9 assists in a little over 12 minutes a night, shooting 29.2% from the field and 25% from deep. Those numbers aren't NBA level. Honestly, they're barely G League level, and that's being generous. But there he was, in the starting lineup for one of the biggest franchises on earth, wearing that Lakers jersey with James on the back like the spotlight wasn't already blazing hot. Stephen A. Smith has been calling it out from day one, and everything boiled over when LeBron pulled up on him courtside during a Lakers-Knicks game on March 6th, 2025. The clip went everywhere instantly. LeBron walked right up to him during a timeout, visibly heated, and according to Stephen A., he told him to stop effing with his son. But the next day on First Take, Stephen A. clapped back saying loud and clear, "I wasn't talking about Bronny, I was talking about him." That comment set the internet on fire. And honestly, Stephen A.'s point hits hard. Everybody knows Bronny James is in the league because of his dad. Nobody's shocked by that. He even broke down the whole timeline. Bronny averaged just 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists at USC.
It's a lot of pressure, bro. It's a lot of pressure. And as a father, you can tell your children how much and what they're going to be faced up against, but sooner or later, you got to
He dealt with a serious health scare in 2023 before that season even started. His college numbers didn't say NBA ready, not even close. Yet the Lakers still drafted him with the 55th pick in 2024. Why? Because LeBron went public with his dream of playing alongside his son, turning it into a storyline, a narrative, a whole made-for-TV moment the league couldn't ignore. Stephen A. wasn't buying any of it. On his podcast, he straight up went nuclear, saying, "I just want to say for the record, LeBron James is full of it, and in this particular instance, as it pertains to his son, he is a liar." The wild part in all this? Stephen A. said he felt straight up set up during that courtside moment. He said, "There's no way you're LeBron James in a packed arena, and the only angle anyone sees is a clean shot of you stepping up to me. That ain't an accident." He doubled down, saying he absolutely felt like it was planned. And when people asked if he and LeBron ever patched things up, he shut it down instantly. "I don't like his up." The man said the relationship is done, finished, over. And his main point hasn't changed one bit. Stephen A. says LeBron didn't just support Bronny, he script wrote the whole journey, turning his son's NBA path into a media moment he created, not something the league naturally discovered. That's the claim that keeps blowing up the conversation. Now let's flip to the other side. Carmelo Anthony and his son, Keon. Carmelo walked into Syracuse in the 2002 to 2003 season and turned into a superstar from day one. The dude averaged 22.2 points and 10 rebounds per game, ranking 16th in scoring nationwide, 4th in the Big East, and number 1 in rebounding among all Division I freshmen. Those numbers weren't just good, they were historic. But the real magic was what he did when the lights were brightest. Melo carried Syracuse to a 30-5 record and their first, and still only, national championship. In the Final Four against Texas, he cooked them for 33 points on 12 of 19 shooting, grabbed 14 rebounds, and snagged 3 steals. That 33-point masterpiece is still the record for most points ever scored by a freshman in the Final Four. Then in the championship game versus Kansas, Melo dropped 20 points with 10 boards, leading Syracuse to an 81-78 win and earning the NCAA tournament's Most Outstanding Player award.
I think he should be in the G League. He's not ready to play in the NBA right now.
Coach Jim Boeheim, who'd been coaching nearly 3 decades before that title, called Melo by far the best player in college basketball. That's legendary stuff. After one season, Melo jumped to the league and went 3rd overall in the 2003 draft, and the rest is straight history. Over 28,000 career points, 10-time All-Star, 6 All-NBA selections, and a spot on the NBA's 75th anniversary team, 3 Olympic gold medals in 2008, 2012, and 2016, plus a bronze in 2004.
Pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad.
That makes Carmelo the most decorated male Olympic hooper in USA history. The only thing missing from his resume is an NBA championship, and some critics love to bring that up. But honestly, Melo's legacy stands tall without it. He's a college champion, an Olympic icon, and one of the coldest scorers the sport has ever seen. And his connection to Syracuse runs deep. In 2007, he dropped $3 million to help build a new basketball practice facility. Today, it's the Carmelo K. Anthony Basketball Center. His number 15 jersey hangs up in the rafters, and his name is literally printed across the building. Keon Anthony isn't coasting off that. He's crafting his own path, one bucket at a time. On the Nike EYBL circuit, Keon averaged 19.6 points and 4.6 rebounds for Team Melo this past spring. And he went for 25+ in 4 out of 15 games against top-tier AAU talent. But his real breakout came at Nike Peach Jam, where he announced himself to everybody watching. Across 8 games, he averaged 21.8 points while knocking down threes at 37.3%. Then came the moment that had social media buzzing, a 40-piece against Mac Irvin Fire. He shot 15 for 19 from the field and 5 for 6 from deep. 40 points with that level of efficiency against elite competition is a statement. Scouts talk about him like he's the real deal. Smooth game, clean footwork, step backs, pull-ups, floaters, deep threes, the whole bag. Not just Carmelo's son, but a legit score-first threat in his own right. Then at the NBPA Top 100 camp in Orlando, Keon took it even further, leading the entire camp in scoring at 28.5 points across 8 games. In one matchup, he went off for 42 points on 15 of 28 shooting, hitting 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. The kid is showing real skill and real production. This ain't fake hype. This is a 6'5" bucket getter ranked number 36 in the ESPN 100, showing up, putting in work, and dominating real camps. And when he committed to Syracuse on November 15th, 2024, live on his father's 7 p.m. show in Brooklyn, the whole moment just felt right. When he said, "Now we're gonna get to working," you could feel it. Keon isn't trying to be Carmelo. He's trying to be Keon, and he's earning every step with his skills, not his last name.
Skilled, smooth scorer, high volume shot taker and maker, plays with an aggressive scoring mentality and is constantly hunting buckets. He's had the ultimate green light, particularly in the EYBL, so he has a tendency to settle for tough shots at times, but there are few players in high school basketball better equipped to make shots with such high degrees of difficulties. He's got pull-ups, step backs, floaters, deep threes, all with a natural soft touch and instinctive feel for putting the ball in the basket. His footwork and jab series are as advanced as you'd expect, and he's also become very adept at coming off of ball screens.
Meanwhile, Bronny James is rocking an NBA jersey with 0-point starts and quiet box scores. His resume is connected to who he's related to, not what he's produced. His road to the NBA wasn't built off college numbers or a breakout season. It was built because LeBron publicly said he wanted to play with his son, and he made that moment happen. Stephen A. Smith said it perfectly. That turned Bronny's whole NBA path into a storyline LeBron created, not something the league naturally found. And now every tough night Bronny has, every scoreless performance, doesn't just fall on him, it lands right back on LeBron. Because LeBron created the expectation before Bronny ever got the chance to define himself. Instead of letting Bronny's game speak first, the spotlight hit him before he was ready. Compare that to Carmelo and Keon. Melo stayed low-key, stayed patient, stayed out the cameras when it came to his son's grind. He let Keon battle through AAU circuits, stack highlights, and build his own name with real production. Stephen A. even said this was the one moment where LeBron should have acted like Carmelo. Quiet, supportive, hands-off. And the results show it. Keon is stepping into Syracuse with legit accomplishments on his resume. He's not there because his dad forced it. He's there because he earned it through buckets, consistency, and real impact. For Bronny, the criticism never stops. It's constant, loud, and brutal. One Lakers fan tweeted, "As a Laker fan, dude is garbage and wasting a roster spot." Another jumped in saying, "That is why he belongs in the G League." Even his G League averages, 18.6 points, 4.8 assists, 4.6 rebounds across 18 games, aren't shocking anyone. And when he actually gets NBA minutes, he looks unsure, overwhelmed, and scared to pull the trigger. Now, his defenders say Bronny just needs time. They bring up his recovery from cardiac arrest, the insane pressure of playing next to his father, and the unrealistic expectations thrown on him. But the issue is simple. He's not producing at an NBA level, and his roster spot is blocking players who could step in right now and help the Lakers actually win games. For Keon, critics come from a different angle. They say he only gets attention because of his dad, that he's overhyped, that Syracuse isn't what it used to be, and that trying to follow Carmelo's legacy is too heavy of a weight. But Keon's defenders, they've got real proof. Carter Elliott, a college hoops analyst for Bleacher Report, said Keon, obviously being of the Carmelo Anthony family tree, has scoring in his blood, but he has improved greatly.
We love what we're seeing from him in the G League because that's where you belong. As you hone your skills and you get better and you legitimately earn, which I believe he has the potential to do, I am rooting for Bronny James. It would be cool to root against him. He's a wonderful kid. I wish him nothing but the best. But he's LeBron James' son. And everybody knows what attention that brings.
Elliott highlighted Keon's stronger frame, his bigger role at Long Island Lutheran, and his dominance on the AAU circuit. He said, he just has that natural ability to score the basketball, and Syracuse is going to be a fun team to watch this year. And here's the key difference. Keon's defenders can point to numbers, games, dominance, and production. Bronny's defenders can only talk about potential and just be patient. One guy is showing receipts, the other is being shielded by hope. So is Bronny James even more overrated than Keon Anthony? Here's the real answer. Keon Anthony isn't overrated at all. He's rated exactly where he should be. backed by elite AAU play, strong high school performances, and an obvious work ethic. He's a top 40 recruit because he earned it, not because of who his father is. Bronny James, on the other hand, is the perfect example of someone getting hyped way beyond what the game shows. He's in the NBA because his dad is LeBron. That's the truth. His numbers don't back up the roster spot, his play doesn't justify the minutes, and putting him in starting lineups feels disrespectful to players who actually earned those chances. LeBron wanted that emotional father-son moment on an NBA court, and he got it. But the price? Bronny is trapped under a spotlight he wasn't ready for. Every move he makes is judged, every miss gets magnified, and he's stuck dealing with pressure that his current skill set just can't hold up against. Meanwhile, Carmelo took a totally different route. He let Keon grow slowly, cook quietly, and dominate before the whole world even paid attention. And now Keon is walking into Syracuse with real numbers, real wins, and real respect. Not some storyline created to force a moment. The Lakers did Bronny zero favors by starting him in a game that actually mattered, all for him to walk out with 0 points. And the worst part, everybody already expected that outcome. That's tough. Here's the real bottom line. Bronny James is in the NBA because of LeBron. Full stop. That 0-point start against the Bucks confirmed what people were already whispering. He's not ready. And the opportunity wasn't earned through production. Keon Anthony, though? He's heading to Syracuse because he crushed AAU circuits, averaged 21.8 points at Peach Jam, and showed he's more than just Carmelo's kid. His shot came from grinding, not from someone pulling strings behind the scenes. Stephen A. Smith was right to call out LeBron. This whole backlash isn't a Bronny problem, it's a LeBron problem. He put his son in a position he wasn't ready for, and now everyone is reacting to the fallout. And as Keon steps onto the floor at the Carmelo K. Anthony Basketball Center, he'll be doing something Bronny never got the chance to do, prove himself without somebody scripting his path. So is Bronny James more overrated than Keon Anthony? No question, not absolutely. But the bigger picture is this. Bronny's situation turned into a cautionary tale about what happens when influence and connections get placed above true readiness and real production. It's a rough example of how skipping steps can backfire fast. What do you think? Did LeBron go too far pushing Bronny into the league before he was ready? And will Keon Anthony actually live up to the hype now that he's stepping onto the Syracuse stage with real momentum behind him? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let it fly. Hit that like button if you're tired of staged narratives, and make sure you subscribe for more raw, unfiltered basketball breakdowns coming your way.